Any other part? We might mention it's the 16th house.
And good morning. It is a Friday morning, and surprisingly, apart from being cold, it is beautiful out there. It's time for the first federal program. Filling in for Dick Belcher is Evan Gottschalk. Good morning.
Morning, Paul.
How you doing?
Doing great. We've got a fun show this morning. We're going to be doing a first ever live on the First Federal Show Habitat for Humanity house dedication ceremony. Ooh. With our new owner of the 7th Street house, Shelley Molina-Venegas, and we've got Karmin Reeves that's going to be here with us, the board chair of the Habitat for Humanity again, and have a great time with that. We've got a ceremony to go through and then a ceremonial gift of the golden hammer. So tune in for that in just a few minutes. Today is Good Friday, sir.
It is.
So many people celebrating that holiday today. It's a special one in the Christian faith. Very special day. Now, normally people would maybe take the day off, but a lot of people are working from home already now.
Yeah.
So they've already got the time at home to celebrate Good Friday. Governor Holcomb did extend the stay-at-home order earlier this week for 2 more weeks through April 20th. I think that was largely expected by everybody. So we are going to continue. The Fulton County Commissioners also issued an ordinance related to the governor's order. So that'll be in the Rochester Sentinel this morning. I saw some more details about that locally. And I saw the Fulton County Jail. That's been a topic for a couple years, and they're getting started.
They are. It's about time.
It's been a journey, but I guess it will be when you're talking that level of a project. That's a big one for our community. So I appreciate all the effort that's gone into getting that set up and started, and we will really enjoy that new facility. Hopefully not personally, though. Tanner, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. See it from a distance.
Maybe the open house tour might be the time I'd like to be in there.
That's about the only time I've ever been in that building.
Well, I had to scrounge around and find a coat to wear in this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got cold.
Very cold. A lot different feeling than, I don't know, yesterday, the day before. So I think temperatures will be kind of in that mid-range all weekend, and hopefully the 10-day forecast warms up a little bit more than what it's looking like right now.
That'd be nice.
I think everyone kind of got the little bite of nice weather,
Sure.
which we all needed, getting outside.
Little
Hopefully we can manage. Okay, we've got Paul, your streak's on the line with the trivia this morning.
Oh boy.
You got it?
I'm hoping.
Okay. This is related to Habitat for Humanity to help with our overall celebration today. Which U.S. president is known for his involvement with Habitat for Humanity? A. Jimmy Carter, B. Ronald Reagan, or C. W. Okay. Stay off Google.
Yeah, stay off Google.
No
yeah.
Googling.
No cheating.
We're going to be watching your hands the whole program this morning.
Yeah. If I disappear, don't worry, I'm not doing anything.
I guess I better not refer to that.
Yeah.
If you do, it might just slip right through the brain and probably wouldn't even catch it, so we're good.
Okay, Tanner, some exciting sports news. What's been happening?
We do have a few things this week that have kind of been announced. One hit me as my favorite college team. My alma mater took a big hit as Purdue's senior-to-be center Matt Harms decided he's going to transfer.
Right.
Ouch.
Didn't see that coming.
I was going to ask you.
Probably the one player out of the whole team I would at least expected to leave. I thought if he left, he might go back home overseas and try to just play pro ball in Europe right away.
Is that not what's happening?
He wants to go play starter minutes at a program.
At IU maybe or something?
Well, there is one Big Ten team they said is interested, and that's Minnesota.
Oh, I can
There's
see
some
that.
connections from one of his high school coaches as assistant coach there now. But other programs like Kentucky, Gonzaga,
Ooh, man.
some big ones, Syracuse are interested. So I think he came out on Twitter and said he's going to narrow his list down to like 10, which is really weird. You don't see how a grad transfer usually narrowing their list down.
Yes.
But it's just really strange. It still doesn't add up to me. Matt Painter said he was shocked.
Oh,
Did
wow.
not know it until He announced it that day. He came in and spoke to him.
Wow.
They had no indication. So Purdue's kind of now left with an open center spot for next year, and it's kind of late to try to grab a grad transfer. So.
You think too? It's usually on those graduate transfer situations. You're not that surprised.
No, this one's kind of
conversations.
surprising. I mean, it's a center who has 3 years experience.
Yeah, plays with lots of passion.
Yeah, he was coming off the bench for Purdue. Maybe that's the reason he wants to go try to be starter and see if he can make it to the next level. But we'll see where he ends up. But it was.
You gonna be a fan of his going forward?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't stay in the Big Ten. If he stays in the Big Ten, then I might have to.
Well, Minnesota knows how to use a big man too, so that makes sense.
Illinois, I don't know if they're interested, but their big man declared for the NBA draft after his freshman year this week, Kofi Coburn.
Okay.
So there's another open spot.
Wow.
A lot of big guys leaving the Big Ten right now. So.
It was a strong season. It's too bad it never got to finish because they had some great teams.
And all these guys declaring for the draft they're not going to have the pre-draft workouts or anything, so they're taking a chance on.
I don't know. I'd roll the dice on
just
that.
off tape. Yeah, it's very strange times. So.
Yeah.
Then you had some golf news this week. The PGA Tour announced their calendar, at least as of this date, for their major championships. The PGA Championship's going to be from August 6th through 9th. That was supposed to be in May. The U.S. Open's going to be from September 17th through the 20th. And the Masters, which should be going on right now, is going to be November 12th through the 15th.
Okay, let's make you the prognosticator right now. What's the chances you think that August tournament's going to happen?
Well, they could hold it without fans if need be, I guess.
Well, there's a lot of space out there.
There's a lot of space. In golf, you can probably keep 6 feet apart more easily than other sports, but
keep the pin in.
I don't know. I'm trying to remain optimistic and positive about this because I want them to be able to have their majors. Sorry for putting you on the spot then. But it'll be interesting. They're hoping to have their season back by mid-June with just tournaments, but that might be a stretch. So.
Well, the news here later in the week has been a little bit less negative, I'll say.
Yep.
So who knows?
In the golf course here in town, Round Barn Golf Club at Mill Creek, they have tentative plans to open on May 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So
that would be nice.
I saw some other courses around the area, McCormick Creek and Napanee. They announced they're opening tomorrow. They got certain rules as to you have to walk, and if you do ride a cart, there's only one person who can be in the cart.
Okay.
So they're having some different rules like that, but they're opening up. So there's some other ones around the area starting to kind of.
A relative of mine had played down in the Indy area somewhere a couple weeks ago.
Some Indy courses are still open. Rock Hollow's still open, but you have to walk, as far as I know. So there are some.
Interesting.
And what Tanner's getting in, just don't try to get a hold of him.
Yeah, I feel a PTO request coming.
Maybe. Got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1912, the RMS Titanic set sail from Southampton for her maiden and would-be final voyage.
Yeah.
On this day in 1916, the PGA was founded, Professional Golfers Association. On this day in 1957, 12 Angry Men was released. Have you seen that?
That's a great movie.
Yeah, it's
Love
a good
that.
movie. And on this day in 2005, the 69th U.S. Masters Tournament was held. Saw Tiger Woods win his 4th green jacket of 5. He won his 5th last year on the first playoff hole against Chris DeMarco. And why that one's kind of famous is that was the one where he had the chip shot and the Nike logo on the golf ball.
Oh, I remember
when
that.
It was sitting on the lip and it set perfectly, so Nike used it on commercials for like
a long time.
So it was just perfect marketing for them. So.
It's hard to imagine that he won 4 that quickly. I
Yeah.
forget that now because so much time's
And then
passed.
he had a 14-year break and made it incredible to win his 5th last year.
That was.
And today is a National Golfers Day, so they just keep rubbing salt in the wound today. I mean, it's working out another here.
You're twitching.
It's also International Safety Pin Day and Sibling Day.
Don't use the straight pins.
Don't use the
Keep it
straight
safe,
pins.
folks.
And Sibling Day, so
Okay.
quite a few days, but not as many as usual.
Well, and like last week, we don't have a lot of interesting things to talk about with upcoming events.
Yeah.
Everything's pending.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your update.
There's your update. Everything.
Hey, some neat articles in the Sentinel this week, too. One that caught the eye, we wanted to give some flowers to. there's many people in the community that are helping out by making masks for area emergency and healthcare personnel. And also with the CDC's change that now they are recommending maybe wearing a mask yourself just to help further distance you from other people, just in case you have the virus but you don't know it yet. So just some really neat collaborative efforts seem to be going on, and you can see those articles in the Rochester Sentinel just about how they're going about creating and manufacturing masks that can be used and given away here in the community. So neat effort, and wanted to give flowers to everyone there today. We mentioned it's Good Friday. You know what happens on Good Friday related to money, Paul?
Stock markets are closed.
That's right. Almost nothing happens. The
Yeah.
stock markets are closed. It's been another wild week for different reasons this time, though. For some reason, I guess I'll tell you what they think it is, but there was a lot of optimism this week in the stock market.
Yeah.
The S&P index had its best week since 1974, which that's really a long time ago. It was up 12% just this week. So people have been maybe getting restless on the sidelines, excited for any good news that might be out there. We have seen the fiscal policy of the government. They had the stimulus package, and that was pretty well received overall. But the Federal Reserve banks have been also issuing programs that they continue coming out with to help provide funding for small businesses, for banks to borrow. And so they're going to continue doing it. Seems like they're making a really strong play to do everything that they can, the Federal Reserve banks, to continue helping everybody get through this. And so that was really well received in the markets, and very strong statements and step forward with those programs by the Federal Reserve. So very exciting. Also, Bernie Sanders dropped out of the presidential race, and the markets got a little bump when that was announced. And we mentioned this a little bit earlier, but investors were encouraged by a little bit better COVID-19 data, or instead of better, maybe less worse.
Right.
So that was something to kind of hang the hat on there for a moment. The markets did overcome some data yesterday. 6 million new applicants for unemployment last week alone, and so another big number. But I think at that point, everyone's knowing that number is going to be big right now because so many businesses are closed for the time being. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're out of a job forever with that company, but they're not working right now. So kind of expected, but that didn't really affect the markets as negatively as what it seemed like it would. Another local interesting headline was the sale of Dean Foods has been approved. And of course, we had our plant here that was closed a few years ago, which was really disappointing at that time. That company has sold off a lot of things through their bankruptcy. I think it was noted here is $433 million worth of assets were sold off to Dairy Farmers of America. So we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe that would have a local impact in some way. So that might be positive. And then the other big market piece has been oil. Oil's taken a huge beating because nobody's driving anywhere right now, and the global supply of oil is reaching capacity. So the OPEC, I don't want to say cartel, but I think that's what it stands for. But anyway, all the countries that produce a lot of oil that are kind of involved in this little pact agreed they would make some production cuts, which was good, but it wasn't as big as what some people were hoping for. So we'll see. Right now, gas is cheap, but you can't drive anywhere.
Right. So if you've got an extra gas tank sitting in your backyard, one of the big ones like you used to see a lot of the farmers use, right now is the time to fill those batteries.
Yeah, it doesn't cost much to get your heating oil, that's for sure, your heating fuel. So at First Federal, we're still continuing to do our drive-up only to serve you, but we can do a lot of things we've learned from the drive-up window, and still having a lot of fun with interacting with our customers through the glass there. You can use a tube or a drawer, whatever your preference is, customer preference. We can open new checking and deposit accounts, CDs, through that window. Now, with rates so low on the lending side, that always kind of crushes CD rates a little bit. They're not very exciting right now in the scheme of what we've seen in the past, but you can still get those opened right now, and we can help you. So we would just have you call 223-2128, and you can kind of walk through that process over the phone, and we'll finish it up through the drive-through. Also, the ATM accepts deposits, cash and check. That's open all the time. And if you have our mobile app, which you can download for free from your app store, you can also make check deposits through the mobile app each day. It's really easy to do that, and you do it the first time, it kind of feels really cool.
Yeah.
It takes a couple days for that to get deposited into your account, usually depending on the time of day that you're doing it. But better than maybe driving to the drive-up if you want to try something different.
Oh, yeah.
Mortgage rates are still very low, so if you may benefit from a refinance to lower your monthly payment, if you've got an interest rate in the 4% or 5%, then you really should talk to Ben Dalton, John Schaefer, Stacy Wilson here in Rochester, because you're paying too much interest on your monthly payment, and you could really save some funds that you don't need to be paying out right now because the market's a lot better for you. So we'd be happy to help you look at that and make that happen for you. Right now, I mentioned opening a checking account. We're giving away our Ironworks tool set. So maybe that'd be a good one for the new homeowner here.
Yeah.
Excited about that. We want you to like us on Facebook. We do put out a lot of information. It's kind of this time that we're in with the pandemic kind of highlights this, but we do put out a lot of information to our customers and Facebook followers via social media. So we've got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and we also do some videos via a YouTube channel that we have. So we'd love you to check those out, and it's a nice, easy way to get the most up-to-date information from First Federal Savings Bank. And also, we stream the show on Friday mornings on Facebook. You ought to check it out. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest, Paul, just the best.
Hey, you guys have been good to me.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Borrowers for mortgages must meet underwriting guidelines, and we're a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927. Well, we're at the most exciting part of our show this morning. We're going to be doing a live ceremony. This is great. We've got Karmin Reeves from Fulton County Habitat for Humanity. She's the board chair. And our new homeowner, Shelley Molina-Venegas. Welcome.
Thank you.
Come on up. This morning, not only are we going to get the latest Habitat news, which we always like to know. This has been a great organization in our community for many, many years, helping out a number of families. But we're also going to do a dedication this morning for Shelley and her family, the new homeowners of the 7th Street house we've been watching go up and get finished. So we're really excited about that. Come on into the mic, guys.
All right, I'm Karmin Reeves, and sorry about the mask, but as you all know, social distancing, and I just wanted to do a couple things here. Some of them should have been done earlier, and Paul Shanklin, who has always made us our golden hammer.
There it is. Do you see that, Tanner?
Wait a minute.
There we go.
Here
Beauty.
we go.
It's a beauty.
We usually hand this out at the groundbreaking, but we did have different things going on this year, so Shelley has not received her. Paul happened to call me and say, I've got this hammer. What do you want? I said, I'll stop by and pick it up. So he left it out. He wasn't even in the shop, and I went and got it so I could give it to Shelley to put with all her other Habitat memorabilia. We did have a closing on Wednesday. Unfortunately, Shelley doesn't know this, there are 2 more places for her to sign. The pen I did do sanitize on this morning. I've given her the sanitizer and she put it on. So she is literally signing 2 more copies, and I will take them back to our treasurer, Sharon Van Sickle now. And then
This makes it official.
this really makes it official.
Double
So
official, Shelley.
it's not only that we did this, but she did get to sign some of the things here.
That's awesome.
So when you are finished, if you would stick them in this envelope, I would appreciate it.
with great ceremony, we're making history here on our first federal show this morning. This is really exciting.
Yeah, I think this is a radio first as well.
It is a radio first. And Shelley, when you leave today, this packet is yours. This is all the closing information. That is your copy. So, we had sort of a dedication. We can't have the open house due to coronavirus, so this is COVID. If you would all pick up your litany of dedication, I will be the leader. You all are all, including you, Shelley. As a symbol of cooperative goodwill, work, and sharing,
We dedicate this house
for family living, a place of love and respect between each member of this family,
We dedicate this house
as a place where this family may grow, play, and learn,
We dedicate this house
that this house may serve as a place for rest, shelter, and laughter,
We dedicate this house
because this house was made possible through the generosity of so many people, the volunteers, the donors of labor and materials, and the gifts of money,
We dedicate this house
as inspiration for building more houses in the future, and that volunteer work, Christian service, and prayer be offered by many.
We dedicate this house
In thanks to you, Lord, for safety, guidance, and wisdom in this project.
We dedicate this house
Now, I know that Shelley had written some things on the back, and I thought it was very nice, and I'm going to ask her to read it because so many people that really work on the house that many times come to the open house weren't there, and we didn't have her do this. So, Shelley?
Okay, so we are extremely grateful to be getting our new home. I never thought that we would be so blessed to get an opportunity like this. I want to thank everyone that has taken part in making our house a home. Thank you to the very important people that have donated their time to build the home, making this all possible. It is greatly appreciated. In this journey, we have learned that new things, and best of all, we've met new people that have become friends also. Thanks to the family and friends, co-workers that have helped. We have a great community. Thank you very much for this beautiful home.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Shelley.
And as you noticed, she did tear up a little, and we all tear up when we do this. And it's great to be president again, is what it is, with this great organization. And I can't appreciate the community and the businesses who help support Habitat. We thank you greatly.
Well, thanks for letting us participate also in this ceremony. I'm still got a little bit of the chills, Shelley, from that message that you gave us. This is a gift from our community to you and your family. That's really exciting to be part of this. Thank you, Karmin, for coming on. Give us a little background of the Habitat story here in Fulton County, Karmin. You've been involved for many years.
Yes, this is my third 6-year term. Good Lord willing for me to finish this 6-year term on Habitat. It is my 7th year, I believe, as president out of those terms. And it seems like when I go off and I come back on, I keep saying, you need to get somebody younger. I'll help them, but you need to get somebody younger. And they did the last 2 years, and I can't thank Andrew Roberts enough for taking over and doing a great job with Habitat. He got this house started, so Shelley's more informed probably with him, although I have been in touch with her a few times. I have never stopped. I have done the grant work for Habitat, multiple grants, the big one being NAP, and I know, Evan, you have participated in that. We sold out of that again.
Great program.
And I'm in the process. It is a tax credit, for those of you that don't know. I am in the process of trying to apply for another one. They put some more stringent barriers. I'm not sure whether we'll get it this year, but every year it's, it's one of those things. Who knows?
That's a great benefit to get a state tax credit for
it. It is. It's as Dick Belcher always said, it's a win-win situation for those that donate. It's a tax deduction for federal and a tax credit for Indiana taxes.
We call that a no-brainer.
That's exactly. You got that from Dick as well, I know.
I think I did.
You did. All right. At any rate, we are now taking applications for our next house. Most likely, it will be right by Shelley's, and it will be facing Fulton Avenue
Okay.
instead of on 7th and facing 7th.
I can picture that.
Yes. And so we do have another lot there. So the plan is hopefully that's where we'll build. I'm also going to put the Tanner Lee over here is also now on the board. And some people may not realize that since we just went back in February. And of course, we had no meeting this month.
No.
And we have had our first homeowner who was built in 1999. Habitat in 96 was brought up with Fulton County Leadership Academy.
Okay.
And
That's
it was approved in 1998 by International. And in 1999, December of 99, they actually had their first homeowner. And she paid her mortgage off in December of 2019. She only had a 20-year mortgage. Our mortgages now are 30 years. There are some things that have changed.
Okay.
It used to be whatever the house was built for was the mortgage.
I see.
And there is no interest on the mortgage. That's one great thing about Habitat. Many Habitats have gone to a low mortgage and gone to banks. We have not done that, and we hope not to do that.
What a benefit to the homeowner.
Yes, absolutely. Keeps their mortgage lower, and they have an escrow. They have home ownership. They are now on the real estate taxes for
That's
the
great.
county.
Yes.
And so there's benefits all around. We have also seen in some areas other people in the area beginning to spruce out their homes because they now have a new home in the block. So a lot
That
of
makes a
times
difference.
that helps as well.
Good old competition at work.
Good old competition. So if any of you are out there and you think, oh, I can't qualify, and I know some of you are not working right now, and we have a couple homeowners that got laid off that will probably be late on their mortgage payments, but that we already have told them we are not going to charge late fees this month due to the extreme
All these things out of our
circumstances.
controls. That's right.
Absolutely. And so I know it's due today for the mortgages as far as so that they don't have late fees. We've already had a couple calls, and
That's great.
that's nice that they know that they better call, number one.
Right.
But this is our 16th house,
Wow.
but right now, 3 sold theirs, 1 due to a health issue and had to leave the area, and the other 2 because they had been in it for over 5 years, which is what our second mortgage is.
Criteria for that
Is the
being-
criteria.
Okay.
And then we have had 2 pay off. 1 paid off early, and the other one paid off on time. And we hope to have her in for an interview in maybe the next month or 2.
We're speaking with Karmin Reeves from Habitat for Humanity. I just think that's so neat that the very first homeowner now owns that home without a mortgage, free and clear.
Right.
That's such an exciting time, and being in mortgage banking, we get so excited for that situation, that opportunity when someone finally pays that last payment. The emotional joy that comes from that is something neat to be a part of.
And I hope to be a part of that before too long, but that's okay. But mine's not Habitat, but I do still have a mortgage. At any rate, not only that, but if you want to apply, please get online. Our application is under FultonCountyHabitat.org.
Okay.
And, or you can call me, 402-689-1902, and I will see that you get an application. You do have to have a job. You do have to have fairly decent credit. I won't say the outstanding. And you cannot qualify for a conventional loan for whatever reasons. We do have somebody who qualified due to the fact that they were paying every month. They had a cerebral palsy child, and so they had monthly bills from way back when.
I see.
And yet they were making good money.
That's good.
And we are a nonprofit organization, so any monies that you donate to us can be taken off as a nonprofit
Tax
tax
deduction.
deduction.
That's great. Well, thank you so much. This has been an incredible experience for us. Shelley, great to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the home. We're really proud to be a part of that and to sharing that with you this morning. Thank you, Karmin, for your great work on Habitat for so many years, your leadership. Accomplished many great things for our families here in the community, and we're continuing to push on.
Yes, we are. And
Number
I can't
17.
thank First Federal and WROI with all their contributions and getting us on the radio / Facebook, television, whatever you want to call it, to helping us out at this point in time.
Teamwork. Okay. Wow, that was awesome. Paul, you still with us?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm here.
Your chance
I
for
was
the trivia
listening
streak.
closely. Unfortunately, she didn't give me any clues.
No, Karmin held true. Okay, which U.S. president is known for his involvement with Habitat for Humanity? Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, or George W. Bush?
I'm probably going to get it wrong, and my father's probably going to slap me upside the head, but I'm going Carter.
You are
You're
right!
correct. Hey!
Woo-hoo!
Oh my
And
gosh.
he did
Come
the
on,
Carter,
Tanner.
he did the Carter build up there.
That's right, South Bend.
South Bend and Benton Harbor
Oh, that's neat.
years ago.
That's neat. Well, he and his wife were just around for that build here in Indiana. It
Yes,
was last year, wasn't it?
yes,
Okay.
a year ago. And then also, I don't know if you realize, Garth Brooke and Trisha Yearwood are going to have stepped up and said they will take over when Jimmy is
That's
finished.
neat.
Oh, wow.
And they
I
have
was
gone
not
to
aware
the-
of that.
They have gone to quite a few of the last builds and been on site.
Cool. Okay, well, we will close our show this morning with some words of wisdom. This is really fitting right now, I think, and great. It's from Winston Churchill. He had a lot of great quotes. This one says, "The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty."
Those are great.
Take it with you this weekend, Paul.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to. All right, Evan, thanks so much. Tanner, thanks. We'll see you guys next week.